Hello, welcome to my channel, Yoga with Ruby. Today I have a lower body post-workout stretch for you. Just a few minutes to cool down and work out those tight body parts that you just used. And we're gonna go ahead finding a comfortable seat. Sitting in a cross-legged position. Maybe finding a little pillow or a blanket to sit the edge of your seat on to elevate your hips just a little. And begin to find length in your spine. Sitting nice and tall, hugging in the core. And then right away, reaching over toward the right side of the room. Keeping that left sitting bone grounded as you reach and lengthen, creating space in the right side of your body, creating a stretch in the lower back, and helping create some space in that glute. And stay here for a few breaths, taking deep breaths, slow and controlled, slowing down the breath, and sending that inhale into any spaces that feel tight. 2 more breaths. Inhale to come back up, and then exhale right to the other side. Deep inhales and exhales, and keep that right sitting bone grounded this time. Breathing into the right side of the body. And coming back up. And then extend your left leg out long. Bring the right foot inside of your inner thigh. And twist your frame toward your left leg and begin to fold forward. Allowing your arms and your hands to land wherever they may, without forcing, pushing, or pulling, just allowing breath and gravity to take you a little deeper into the stretch. Working on the space behind your left thigh, so your left hamstring. Allowing your head, neck, and shoulders to melt down toward your leg. And breathing into the space behind your thigh. And as you exhale, releasing and letting go a little more. And slowly come back up. And this time, bringing your hips toward the center. You're just gonna bend once again. Deep breaths here. And try to keep your heart open, attempting to bring that right arm or that right shoulder back a bit, keeping your heart shining forward as you bend. Then come back through center, and let's do the opposite leg. First, twisting your frame toward that right leg, and then folding forward. Big breath in, and then exhale as you fold. And every exhale, trying to sink a little deeper into the stretch. Allowing the muscles to relax with the breath. Make your way back up. Extend that leg out a little bit wider. And then this time, keeping your hips square, you're just gonna bend. And reaching for the toes, breathing into the stretch. And with every exhale, seeing if you can let go a little more. Keeping both sitting bones grounded, keeping that seat firmly rooted into the mat. 2 more breaths. Now you're going to extend both legs out long in front of you. Maybe bring a slight bend into the knees, Ground down through the seat, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, folding forward. Slow and controlled breaths, trying to match the length of the inhale with the length of the exhale. Slowly come back up and make your way onto all fours. And leading with the left leg, you're gonna step your left foot forward. Send that right leg back in space and let the hips sink low. Deep stretch in front of your right leg here and also in that left hip. Maybe you'll feel it behind the left thigh as well. And just allow gravity to take you a little deeper with every breath. And keep the heart lifted. And let the hips keep sinking lower with every exhale. And then use your palms to press back, straighten your left leg and flex your left foot. Again, always an option to bring a slight bend into that left knee if you feel a lot of tension and tightness behind your left leg. And then send the sitting bones back into space. Imagine trying to slightly arch the back and then begin to fold forward. A few breaths here. And you don't want to overstretch. You don't want to feel pain. Yes, maybe a little discomfort. You do want to feel the tension as you breathe into it, but don't overdo it. Find a space for the stretch where you can still breathe into it. And press into the palms, lift the heart, rebend the front knee, and this time heel toe your left foot away from the center of the mat toward the left edge of your mat. And again, sink low into the pose. A few breaths here. Feel free to bring a gentle sway into the body. And keep pressing into the top of your back foot so that back foot is grounded and active. And then keeping your left foot right where it is, once again pressing back. Send the sitting bones back, slight arch in the back, fold forward. Lift up, re-bend the front knee, and then you're gonna walk your left foot toward the right side of the mat. Allow the left knee to lay down, and you can always bring this foot a little closer to your body, and then allow the hips to sink low. Now, if you have a blanket, if you have a pillow or anything like that, you can always place, or even a block, you can always place the block or the blanket underneath your left sitting bone to help bring the floor a little closer to you. So depending on where you are, you want to start to allow that left hip to melt down, and you don't want to force it down. You don't want to lean on that left hip, so allow it to stay floating. And send the left hip slightly back and start to magnetize that right hip towards your left heel. Take a big breath in. You should feel the stretch all up the right side of your body and the right leg. And then as you exhale, you can stay here, or you can begin to lower down for a deeper stretch in the glutes and the sitting bones. Use your breath to release the tension from your body and from your mind. With every exhale, you relax a little more. And let gravity take you deeper with every breath. Two more more breaths here. Really connect with the breath. Breathe through the tension. Send your breath into those areas of tightness. And then slowly come up. Step your left knee to meet the right, and then we'll do the right side. So step that right foot forward, let the hips sink low, lift the heart high, and take a few breaths. Keep pressing into the top of your back foot. A few more breaths here. Breathing into the spaces of tension. And then begin to straighten the right leg, flex the right foot. Don't forget that slight bend in the knee to assist you in the stretch. Sitting bones go back, and then you fold forward. And notice that one side may be a little tighter than the other. That's totally normal. This is my tighter leg. And just breathe into the stretch. Maybe you stay on the tighter side for a few extra breaths. Two more breaths here. Slowly come up, re-bend the front knee, and then heel toe that right foot toward the right side of the mat. And then send the right knee away from the body and allow the hips to sink a little lower. Using your breath slow and controlled, matching the length of the inhale and the exhale. Straighten your front knee, flex your front foot. Sitting bones go back, slight arch in the back, fold forward. Slowly come up, re-bend the front knee, right foot steps over toward the left, and then lower the right knee. Find that adjustment. If you need to bring the left foot a little closer, your right foot a little closer to your body, do that. Press into the top of the back foot, take a big breath in, press into the palms, create space, let the hips sink low. And then as you exhale, begin to lower down. This is a deep stretch for the glutes, for the hips. So breathe into the tension. And as you exhale, release, let go a little bit more. Two more breaths. Slowly come up. Right knee is going to meet the left. Tuck your toes under. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, send your hips high toward the sky for your downward facing dog. And walk it out, stretching out your calf muscles, pressing the heels toward the mat. And they may not touch, which is fine. Just creating space, maybe add some movement into the hips. And then press into all 10 fingertips and press your heart towards your thighs. You can keep a slight bend into the knees so that your hips come higher toward the sky. And you're just here for a few breaths. Keep the core engaged. Keep pressing into the fingertips. Keep pressing the biceps in toward each other. And slowly, maybe you start to send the heels closer toward your mat. Two more breaths. Maybe walk it out a little bit more before we take it down into a child's pose. Bend your knees. Sink your hips toward your heels. Maybe you separate your knees, hips distance apart. And then reach your fingertips toward the top of the mat. Press into the palms, hips toward the heels. Few breaths. And feel free to stay here as long as you'd like in your child's pose. Or repeat any of the stretches that felt really good in the body. That is it for today. I hope you are all ready to crush your next workout. Meet me back here on the mat. I'm so thankful that you joined me. And if you did enjoy this post lower body workout stretch, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you again here soon. Have a great day.